Welcome back, everybody, to the Keep the Play Alive podcast. Today, I will be your host. I'm joined with Magnus and Gavin, as always. Um, another great week, another great Sunday. Tomorrow's going to be a great Monday.
Always remember to drink water.
Keep yourself hydrated. All right, folks. I do have a bit of a surprise to unveil. But first, I do want to go over what the podcast is going to be today. So, gonna unveil something, nice little surprise from a friend. Then, similar to what Gavin did a couple episodes ago, I'm gonna be the one asking questions, and I'm gonna get them to answer. I might answer a question or two here, but I want these two to answer. So, I know them a lot already, but it ain't a bad thing to learn your friends a little more. So, and then towards the end of the podcast, we're going to be on Instagram. We're going to be looking at a couple of what would you rather, what kind of, food would you pick posts, cuz we like doing those. They're really easy and they get you guys involved too.
And we big backs around here. Gavin, we
Already.
need you to reveal the forbidden drink. It is time. He's been hiding this from us the whole time. I've been saying it's Cane's, but I don't think it's Cane's because I can see like the little. Oh, I thought it was Cane's, but he's saying it's
No,
not. So
not. So I didn't want to tell him, but I guess I'll unveil the food of choice for today's episode.
yeah,
Which
let's see what we
I
got.
already got in my mind, but I want for next episode. But
Ooh.
we're not there yet. So what I'm going to do before I turn the cup around, I'm going to bring the plate in. So I'm going to slide this way, right?
Oh, so it is
And then
Cane's.
just maybe do one of those. I don't think y'all can see it yet.
No.
So boom.
Oh shit.
Big press.
Oh, he got the new shit. Okay.
Oh
Got the
shit.
pasta.
So for those who don't know, they just recently built a Panda Express on a major highway nearby where we live, and I went there. Well, I went by there yesterday because I went to Aldi go get some shit. Man, that line was insane. Like I don't know if you went in or if you waited in that line or what you did.
The
Man,
lamb.
that line wasn't nothing to fuck with. I'll tell you that.
Pretty much standing inside of Walmart.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's food of choice.
How is it
Noodles,
so
black
far?
pepper, chicken, and steak. It is great. It's really good. I didn't think it was gonna be this good, but it's really good.
I might have to try it one time. I've never had Panda Express.
Panda,
But
panda.
folks, I will stream in a second and I will show you guys the surprise. Folks, this is our new logo for the channel. I just want to give a special shout out to my friend Gordon who made this for me.
Shout out Gordon.
You the
Gordon's
goat, Gordon.
Gordon's been one of my, he's been a good friend to me for a very long time. Um, he's a One Piece fan. Me and him really connect. So shout out Gordon. He's a graphic designer. He's really good at what he does. My girlfriend has like a Discord server, and he designed almost all the emotes, and they look really good. Shout out Gordon. Thank you so much for this, man. It really means the world. First of all, I love the logo so much. I love like the circular kind of like keep the play alive, and our old logo was fine, but it was a little bit too bare bones. This, it's basically a way better version of that logo.
Mm-hmm. It represents keeping the play alive.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well,
I need to
So
turn my damn notifications off.
yeah. What's up?
I was about to say, so actually the Keep the Play Alive logo is a freaking football, and we've never talked about football. What the hell is this?
Mhm.
Well, I'll tell you right now, football season's coming up, and Well, they
And I
just
not.
they had what it was the Hall of Fame game.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it. I think I saw like a couple plays. I know it ended early, which it
Bears
sucks.
beat the Texans. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that's what it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
But man, we finally get football back.
Can't wait, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be covering some Saints, some Tennessee Titans, and some Seattle Seahawks.
let's go
Definitely.
Tennessee because I live in Tennessee. I'm still a Saints fan at heart, but I will cover Tennessee because more options.
Got to rep the
Yeah.
set. Got to rep
Gotta
where
rep
you
the set.
stay.
But
Rest in
folks,
peace, Derrick Henry. He didn't die, but he went to
to
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
So
So
not
he's
gonna be
dead
fun.
to Tennessee.
Yeah, he's headed to Tennessee.
So, folks, we're gonna be transitioning into the main part of the podcast tonight. Um, I've got a bunch of questions here. Again, like I said, I want to get to know these guys a lot better. There's certain things that I don't know about them that, you know, it don't hurt to know more about your friends. But starting off with the first question, what is one fictional place slash universe you guys would want to visit or live in?
You want to tackle that one first, Gavin?
Yeah,
Okay,
Gavin
tackle
will
that
go
one.
first.
I'll tackle that one. So, I can give you a basic answer of what I've always wanted and what I've always like dreamed about going. And all I got to do is move to the left a little bit, and we see
Mm,
it right here. What I would give to be a part of the Akatsuki, and no, not the Hidden Leaf Village, the Akatsuki, because them dudes right there, I'll tell you what, those are some menaces. But that's my basic answer. But a fictional place, other than Naruto, um, hmm, that's gonna be. I don't know. Honestly, I'd probably be Naruto to be honest, because there's nowhere else. I mean, it's cool. You got Jutsu, you got Tail Beast. Like, it's always
hmm
interesting. Like it's cool. I figured that's probably one place I would definitely want to
Yeah, I
go.
mean, it could be like a TV show. It could be a game universe, like any like franchise or series that you like, and like where you would want to live in. Like, for instance, probably for me, I'd probably want to do like go to the Elder Scrolls universe. Just seems so fucking cool to me, like magic and shit.
Yeah,
What about you,
yeah, I would definitely.
Magnus?
I am entranced in thought. I'm trying to figure out a very good place that I would like to go. Cause like some of my favorite games of all time are obviously the Grand Theft Auto games. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a diehard glazer of the Grand Theft Auto series, but I don't know if I want to live in the Grand Theft Auto
Yeah,
universe. So it's like I don't know.
I mean, you recently played Red Dead. You wouldn't want to be
Yeah,
like a cowboy in like the Red Dead universe.
probably not because Red Dead is set in the Wild Wild West, and plain and simple, it's just too damn hot over there, and they ain't got no air conditioning. Fuck
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
straight up. But um, honestly, probably if we exclude the crime and the craziness of the city, I would go with probably Grand Theft Auto 4's rendition of Liberty City, New York City.
Yo,
I think that place would be really cool to live because you got all the nightlife you could ever possibly want.
Mm.
You got chill spots, and you're not far away from Jersey, otherwise known as Alderney in the game. So you got plenty of opportunities to do shit. And like I said, if you take away the crazy fucking people blowing shit up, I mean, it would be a very cool place to live.
hell yeah.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I thought you were probably going to say something like Fallout, Which I
No,
mean,
I ain't trying to get rads.
he's not trying to grow an extra nipple.
Yeah.
Okay. So this next question, Magnus, you'll answer it since Gavin went first. Um, would you rather have generational wealth or be a part of something historic? Like a part of like a movement or something like that in which your name is like recognized forever and ever and like you are like the sole like founder of like this said movement or event, like people will remember you for the rest of your life.
Be kind of like a martyr in a way, sort of.
Not you don't have to die for it, but um like a revolution or something like that, and then you
Uh,
affect society or life in a certain way for like for times on, good or bad.
I mean, I think anybody would like to bring about world peace, but I don't know if we're going crazy like that, then yeah, I mean, I'd like to be known as the motherfucker who made the world come together, even if it only lasted for my lifetime, and then the moment I died, the world went into conflict again. At least they can remember the good times, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a selfish bastard. I'm going with the generational wealth. Me, my kids, my grandkids, we all eating. Fuck all of y'all. The world treated me like shit, so I'm gonna treat the world like shit. I'm getting that paper, baby. Fuck y'all.
What about you, Gavin?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna shy away and sugarcoat it like my boy Mag here. I'm going to say I'm gonna pick generational wealth too because the way the world's going nowadays, bro. Like, if I can make sure my kids are set and they have everything they ever want in life just from me, I'm choosing that because that means
Yep.
that
Yeah.
I did something so good in my life that my kids are set for life. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. I
And you're
mean,
gonna be remembered within your family, which is the most important.
Facts. Because when I die, yeah, they may remember my name. I may be in the history, whatever. But like at some point of life, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh well, like yeah, that was cool," but like, "Oh, he's there."
or
But like
who?
my kids are struggling. You know, so I'd rather
Right.
have them set for life. You know, definitely.
There's always that saying of like, one day somebody's gonna think about you for the last time, and that's
Yeah.
true for all people except for like, some of the most historical people in the world, and most of those are bad people.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I like your answers. I mean, honestly, I don't blame you. Um,
Give me the money. How about my money?
Money. Give me my money.
so if there was something you could change in society instantly, it could be something as small and nuanced as like certain behaviors, or it could be just like, something huge. So if anything you could change in society today, what would you pick, Gavin?
Um. Hmm. To be honest with you, if you want to be completely honest, um,
Yes.
what I would change in society is the fact that everybody's worried about what the next is doing. If you would worry about yourself and not what somebody else is doing,
Hmm.
then maybe the world would be a better place because you're actually focusing on making yourself better than tearing the next guy down because he accidentally slipped up and said something or accidentally slipped up and did something wrong in his life. You know, people change. And then that's my thing. It's like you may say, oh, this X person did something horrible, so he's a horrible person. But deep down inside, you really don't know what they're going through, or you don't know what brought them to that point. Because it's something I saw the other day that changed my view on everything. Is the meanest person in the world got there for a reason. They didn't just wake up and decide to be like, I'm gonna hate everybody, you know? So
Hmm.
it's kind of like if, like, say, I would stop worrying about what said person's doing and live my life, I'm gonna live a happier life, and that person's gonna live a happier life because they're not worried about what I'm gonna say, and I'm not worried about what they're gonna say. So to be honest, that's one thing I would definitely change because it's annoying. Because I don't care what you do, you can do whatever you want in your life, As long as it does not affect my life or affect my family, I really don't care. And then that's my big thing. And it's probably a harsh way to say it, but I don't mean it in any harsh way at all. I mean it as just a focus on yourself, make yourself better. Then you can be like, okay, let me help somebody else change. Because to be honest with you, if you can't help nobody change unless you're 100% perfect, and the only person that's 100% perfect in this lifetime is God. And I hate to say that, but obviously my beliefs, but that's the only person that can call themselves perfect. Nobody in this world can call themselves perfect. So you can't change anybody's views or anybody's feelings or anybody's way of life because you don't like it. Like, I don't care what this person's doing. Like, if they're doing something that's against what I believe, that's on you. That's you in your life that you need to consider
That's
whatever
your
you're doing. I'm not
business.
saying exactly. And I'm not saying like, oh, you need to fix this because I believe. No, we could still be friends and we can talk and we can hang out, chill, even if I don't like what you're doing. But in the same sense, I want you to respect me also. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like that's that. I know I dragged out and I'm yapping right now, but like
No, no,
that
no.
is that is the point that I'm trying to make is if everybody would stick to themselves and worry about fixing themselves and their lives, the world would be more peaceful. The world would be happier. Everybody would be great. But there's my yap stash.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing is, I would say is like, if it harms other people, then like you kind of gotta like. I'm not saying you have to, but being the bigger person and stepping in when other people are like actively in danger, like actually in danger, I think that would be an appropriate time to. But yeah, I agree to a sense. Um, Magnus, have you thought about it?
So my answer to what I would change for people, it's similar to what Gavin said, but it's different in its own way, is give everybody the ability of critical thinking.
Mm,
So you have to be able to, in this life, you have to be able to look at a problem and think for yourself. You
mm-hmm.
cannot go based off of the cookie cutter pattern that either society or the government or public education or whatever the case may be has set for you. And if you sit there and live within the confines of what they want you to be, then at the end of the day, you're just a part of the machine and there ain't nothing to it. And it ain't necessarily a bad thing to be a part of the machine. We all got our, lives that we got to live. And if you're just trying to be a regular family man and make some bread and take care of your people, you got to be a part of the machine. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to certain things, life-changing things, you have to be able to think independently. When it comes down to life-changing decisions, you can't you can't find the the answer to all your problems in a book. You have to be able to look at a situation, assess it, look at the pros and cons, and decide, what's right and what's wrong for yourself. And, similar to like Gavin said, me and another person could have entirely different beliefs. I could be on one side of the fence, they could be on the whole other side of the fence. And I could think that everything that they're doing is wrong. Meanwhile, I still be friends with them and I still respect them because at the end of the day, that's their business. That's their life. They are a human being with struggles, strife, and dreams and goals, just like me. They was born like me and they will die like me. So at the end of the day, it's just a situation of you got to be able to think critically to make decisions for yourself, but also to be able to not think with emotion per se. So, when you get put in a situation where you have to think rationally, you can't be thinking with your heart because, you know, if you're thinking out of like anger, for example, anger will, make you haste into a bad decision 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just I didn't really put together that thought all that well, but that would be the thing that I would change about the world is giving everybody critical thinking ability
Yeah.
to
I
solve
agree.
problems better.
Yeah, that's a great
100%.
answer.
Um, for me, ignorance. I wish people would stop they would stop being so willfully ignorant. I think education, educating someone on, what's right, what's wrong, you'll tell them what's wrong and why it's wrong, but they'll just be like, nah, I don't care. It's still
Yeah.
wrong, but they're being willfully ignorant because they want to. They want to be right. And I think there's a lot of things that could like stem from that, but I feel like ignorance is a heavy factor in that. That's something I would personally change. Um,
Ignorance is bliss.
yeah. Um, so, so we were talking about football earlier. What is y'all all-time favorite sports moment?
Oh, that's
It
something I haven't thought
Well,
about in a long time.
I
all-time favorite
mean,
sports moment.
honestly, I got to go with the good old Saints fan answer. Tracy Porter getting that pick six in the Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
to basically seal the deal for us. That was a historical moment in my childhood. I still remember being 9 years old in my living room watching that moment when he got that ball. Everybody in my house stood up
Mm-hmm.
and was like, "Oh, like we just won the fucking Super Bowl." I think Louisiana had an earthquake that day
Dude, I was
because
jumping up and down in my house.
everybody shit themselves at that exact moment.
Yeah, for
But
sure,
yeah,
for sure.
that'll be mine.
So
Shout out Tracy
me,
Porter.
it's a toss up between two things. So it's in the same sport though.
Say
It's
both.
either when, uh-huh.
You can say both.
Oh yeah, okay. So it was either when Dustin Poirier finally won the
Mm.
UFC championship, and when Sean O'Malley finally shut everybody up when everybody thought that he would not go as far as he did, and just because he doesn't take it serious, quotation, and he knocked out Aljamain, and he's still going strong. And I think that the moment he won, like fulfilled something in my heart, because I know, like how he said, smaller, slimmer guys, they look at us and they're like, oh, well, they're not gonna do anything because they're small, and the
Mm-hmm.
fact that he
Yeah.
did, made me feel some type of way, because I'm like, okay, well, everybody always said the same things to me, but when he finally did it, he proved to everybody that it doesn't matter what size you are. And I think that's kind of what I took from it, and the reason why it's my favorite. But like
Yeah.
football, there's so many for I could even think. Like Beastquake, when Seattle blew out Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl. I mean, we
Oh
still should
yeah.
have ran and got all in the one, but it is what
Yep.
it is. But yeah, like I said, the two UFC ones, that's my two top. I love UFC and
Um.
wrestling.
Yeah, I really like that answer
Mhm.
because, you know, like you said, I mean, I feel like nowadays everybody is searching for that sense of identity and that person or that character that they can relate with. And for you, you found that in Sean O'Malley because, like you said, y'all are the same, frame type thing, and he inspired you because you seen somebody that was like yourself doing things that was so big and saying all the things that you have once heard. And yeah, that's beautiful, hope that
I love that.
inspires hope that inspires all the guys out there, with the small
Yeah,
frames.
Mhm.
hey
You can
boys
do
for the win.
anything.
Um.
Don't let nobody tell you shit.
Don't get me wrong, Wesley, I'm coming for that championship. Nah, that's a side joke. That's an inside joke.
um. Was when we went to your mom's restaurant? Was that whenever it was Dustin versus Connor when he knocked him out?
Uh, I think so.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty
That
sure that's
whole
what it was.
restaurant, everybody in there just fucking jumped up and screamed, "Yeah!" Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah,
That was fucking awesome. But all right, go off into a sporty little question. I do want to go into a bit of a deeper question. So when you guys are in a stressful situation or some sort of like attack or something like that, what do you do to get you out of there and to try and get yourself into a happy place or a comfortable position where, you know, it can end? Um, any volunteers to go first?
I mean, I'll go first. So obviously, anybody who knows me knows that I've been suffering with panic attacks my whole life. I've, always dealt with that, and it ain't pretty. I tell you that much. For anybody who don't know about it, just count your blessings that you don't know about it. I'll just put it that way. But the thing that I do to mitigate a panic attack, the only thing you really can do when you're in that type of stressful situation is just focus on breathing. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's going to sound like cringy or whatever, but like oxygen is the fucking life force of the earth. So all you got to do is just focus on breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to just eliminate as best as you can do to the best of your ability, eliminate those bad thoughts and just focus on breathing in and breathing out. And I mean, sometimes when you're in that type of like stressful whirlwind or you overstimulated, it's impossible to forget about all those thoughts. But the best thing to do is just try to breathe, get you some, water to drink. Once again, drink water. It is so important. You cannot understate the importance of water. Like, for people out there that only drink soda, I was there. I spent a majority of my life drinking straight soda, like barely any water ever. But like, you cannot understate the importance of drinking water. You can still drink soda, but you gotta drink water.
Mm-hmm.
And just little things like that, it's building those healthy practices within your life to help you de-stress, because what you eat matters. Like, if you're not eating good, you're gonna be more stressed. If you're not drinking a bunch of water, you're gonna be more stressed. If you're not sleeping good, you're gonna be more stressed. If you're not, exercising a little bit, you're gonna be more stressed. It's just little habits like that change your life. If you add a bunch of small good habits together, you know what I mean? Those type of things change your life. But yeah, that went on a tangent, but that's my specialty. But uh main priority, focus on breathing when you're in those really stressful, overstimulating situations. Just
Right.
All right.
Love that
So
answer.
great answer, man. That's beautiful. And so the question was, what do I do when I'm stressed out? How to relieve my stress is what the
Yeah,
question was.
yeah, that it's
Um,
sort of like that. Yeah, you could look at it as like
so
can
let me show
like that.
you. This
Mm,
is a very powerful thing, right? And this right here, what this does to me is a different feeling than no other. So if I'm very, very, very stressed out, um, I grab my guitar and I start playing because this is my voice right here. This is my voice. So every note that is on this fretboard, trying to think of the word, every note that's on this fretboard is like a voice, like it speaks to you. So you can make your guitar sing. You can make your guitar feel. You can be more physical, like not physically, but like emotionally attached to this because this right here is your feelings. If I don't want to say my feelings, I'll play my feelings, and I feel
yeah,
like
you
I'll
can
feel better.
you can make the guitar invoke different emotions. You can play a
Exactly.
happy tune, a sad tune, an angry tune.
And that's my thing. It's like I can let my emotions out through this, and who
Yep.
knows? One day I'm a come home from a very very stressful day, and I'm gonna make something that may give me generational wealth. Like going back to the
Mhm.
question, but
I
it's just the
believe
point.
in you.
Yeah, it's just the point. Like this right here is just a whole different thing because it's you and this. It's nobody else. You put your headphones on, you crank your amp all the way back, and you just go. and it's like you lost in another world. When I play my guitar, it's like I'm in another universe. Because my mental state when I grab this, which now I feel like I'm gonna have to play it eventually after the podcast, but um, like it's a whole different feeling. And I don't want to plug, but I just started a music career. I just started with that, and I feel like that is going to be another way to get out of my stress. Is get on the mic and say what I gotta say and let it out. If I'm having a bad day, if I stub my toe and I'm pissed off, I'll walk in the room and I'll make a song about me stubbing my toe.
Mhm.
But yeah, check out the song we just me and this man right here released today. Actually, I got you. Plugged it in, but on a real note, seriously, like this is a whole different thing. And if I can give any advice to anybody who wants to get into music and wants to, let's say pick up a guitar, play the drums, play bass, anything. My one piece of advice is play with emotion. Don't play raw. Don't try to act like somebody else. Play like emotion. Play with your emotion, because when you play with your emotion, that's the most beautiful things that ever come out of any instrument. And even vocals and anything like that, because some of the best vocalists like Kurt Cobain, Lane Stanley, Chris Cornell, all of them guys, they was hurting when they made those songs. You can't lie to me and tell me they was not hurting, because you can
Yep.
hear the pain in their voice. And that's
Amen.
some of the best songs that was ever made. And music is really what gets me through a lot of things. Any type of music, rap, rock, country, all of that. It gets me. It does something to me that if I'm like really, I could be really, 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 really angry, and I throw a country song, I'm chilled out. And that's my big thing is music for me is what calms me down. And I'm like a yap specialist, both of us. But this was probably the worst idea to do, because this is gonna take forever.
Oh no, 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 no. This is content,
But
man.
but but yeah, man. Like I encourage everybody and anybody to at least try this in their life. And who knows, it might help you relieve stress too. Because I know my boy Mag, me and him was talking, and he wants to get into guitar too. And I fully support that, because I think it'll help him through a lot of things too. When you play with emotion and stuff like that. But yeah, that's definitely my answer to that is this thing right here. This thing right here means a lot more to me than anything. Like if something was happened and I only was able to take one thing with me to leave, it would be this, because this is irreplaceable. And it's not because of the money. It's not because of, oh, I don't want to go out and buy a new one. This is irreplaceable because this means so much to me. It's unreal. So if this was destroyed, I'd be destroyed. But there's my answer.
Beautiful answer. Truly a beautiful answer. I love that, man. Um. Okay. So next one, another bit of a thinker, but this time narrow it down some more. If you could switch places with one fictional character, who would it be and why? Magnus, I want you to go first.
Yes.
A fictional character. See, I was gonna make a joke and say like Johnny Sins, but like I don't know. Let's see.
I mean,
A fictional
Reed.
character.
Any fictional character, from Walter White to fucking the Courier, whoever.
I'm trying to think of somebody that don't live too stressful of a life, because I can't do all that stress shit.
So are we talking about like fictional as in like musicians and stuff too, or is it just like actual like
No, like
TV shows?
Pieces of fiction, I'm assuming.
yeah, like games, movies, shows, books, whatnot.
I don't know. That's Gavin, you go first.
Okay.
All right, I'll take it.
I don't want
right.
to just sit here for 20 minutes and be like,
So if I could switch places with any fictional character, my answer to that would be Batman. I'd be Bruce Wayne. Mostly because, yeah, it sucks. My parents would have to die, but like, I mean, like not thinking about the sad part, but thinking about the whole thing as like Batman's always there for justice for the people. And even though he gets looked like a vigilante, he's still gonna sit there and risk his life every day, and I mean every night, my bad, for the people in Gotham. And you got money, you're a millionaire, so you ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Right.
And you got the greatest butler in the world, and you got Catwoman. I mean, that's more. What more do I gotta say? That or Black Widow's husband. I'll take that one too.
Okay. I think I got my answer, and this is just the most obvious answer ever. SpongeBob. I'm gonna be fucking SpongeBob, bro.
Mm.
Cause like, come on, look. When we think about SpongeBob, the concept, this is a man who lives his dream. Okay, his dream is to be a fry cook. He does that job with the most burning, undying passion you've ever seen. He's living his dream, and not only is he living his dream, he lives next to his best friend, his two best friends, and he has a whole like 2-story house and all this different stuff. Still has time to do all his favorite hobbies. Everybody in his whole city loves him. I mean, what more could you possibly want? And at the end of the day, the man might be a little bit stupid, but blissful ignorance is better than being so smart that it cripples you.
Did you know that
And
Steven not Steven what's his name? The guy who voices SpongeBob.
Tom Kenny.
Yeah. I heard somewhere that like they confirmed that SpongeBob was autistic.
Nice. But yeah, I mean,
I
it's
can get
just
down with
another
that.
W for the. It's just another W for the autism community. But that's all we catch is W's. So,
All right.
but
Next question. If you could sit down with someone from the past, who would it be and why? Like history. Like it could be history or someone you knew from the past or anything like that.
You want to take this, Mad, or you want me to go?
I got a few different answers here.
Go ahead and give it to him. Give it to us.
Okay, so first answer is obviously going to be my dad. I mean, for those who don't know, I lost my dad in 2002 and I was born in 2000. So, you do the math. I didn't have a lot of time with my pops, and that is something that you cannot replace in this life, is having a true father figure. You can have other male figures in your life, which I kind of didn't, but nothing will ever replace a true father, the person that gave birth to you through their ball sack. But if I could have one conversation with my pops in my current state, talking, man to man, heart to heart with him, that would mean more to me than anything in the entire world. I'd give everything for that. And maybe one day it will happen, but we'll have to wait and see. But the other answer I was thinking would be like a music star from the past that's no longer with us, like a Kurt Cobain,
Or
for
Jimi
example.
Hendrix.
Yeah, just somebody who's got a lot of, talent up in their brain that could either teach me stuff or give me advice or, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And another answer would be like a historical figure, like Einstein, for example. Can you imagine picking Einstein's brain?
I don't even think I would be able to.
No, I don't know that I'd fully comprehend everything he's saying, but I'd try. I'd try to listen to him.
Yeah, that's a great answer. All right, great answers. Gavin, did you come up with one yet?
Yeah. I'm gonna skip the family one because there's really nobody in my family I really would like to talk to. History, like historical, since Mag did 3, I think that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So skip the family, so the historical. Jokingly, I'd want to go back and talk to Hitler and ask why he was so pissed off.
Mhm.
But I
Oh
mean,
my
it is what
god.
it is, again. Um, just to act and be like, bro, like, what the hell? But
That's what
I'm
no
just
pussy does to a motherfucker.
dude killed himself, right? Whatever. So now historical. To be honest, I don't really know. Like, there's nobody like in history that I would be like, dude, I have to talk to. Like, maybe like Magnus,
Right.
like Einstein, to be like, bro, how you got to be so smart, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like,
But
Maybe
um,
talk to George Washington. Tell him,
yeah,
well,
quiet.
what you think about what you think about
not
this new age shit?
not necessarily someone, like of like a president or anything like that, but like Magnus said, a musician or someone like that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that was my next one. So mine would be this little guy right here, Dimebag Darrell. It's one of my favorite guitarists of all time. He was tragically shot. Can never remember the year, but he left Pantera and went with another band for a little while, probably a couple of months. They had a show in like a house show,
Hmm.
and the show was about to start. He got on stage, he started playing, and tragically, a guy got on stage and shot him point blank in the head. Um,
Jesus.
and we never get to hear him again, which hurts me, hurts my soul. Never got to see him live, but I could see videos. But that is definitely a person I'd like to go to, mostly to be like, dude, like what gives you inspiration for what you do or how you think? Or yeah, he may have been a controversial person, but like taking his like views out of everything and what he was as a person and taking his music and his guitar like ability, he's one of the greatest guitarists to ever live. Like, yeah, you got your Eddie, you got your Jimi Hendrix, you got this, you got that, but those guys are great in their own right. Those guys are great in their own genre. You have Dimebag Darrell, that dude had the sickest guitar riffs. It could have been the simplest guitar riff. He made it to make sure it was crazy good. That dude,
Yeah.
he was drunk every show, and that dude was playing everything perfectly. And I mean, if you've ever been drunk before, you know that doing anything while you're completely drunk is hard.
Yeah. Anything that requires precision is
Hmm.
going.
And the fact that he was able to do that is just ridiculous. Like, maybe one time on the podcast, I might pull up a video and have y'all watch a live showing of what he can do. But that guy right there, like, if you know Pantera and you listen to Pantera, you know that is one of the heaviest guitarists you could ever find. Like, that guy right there is the greatest. But that is the guy I would go back in history and talk to. Yeah. And
Hmm.
Prime.
Mhm.
Well, now I'm gonna flip the question to where someone in the present day that you've never talked to, celebrity, an artist, anyone famous, who would you want to talk to and why?
Well, I already know my answer.
And go ahead and give
I'll
it.
go first on this one. I'll go first on this one.
Okay, you can go ahead and go
I
first.
will get.
Miles Kennedy, um, the vocalist for Alter Bridge. I would want to talk to him and ask him, you know, to help me with my vocals because that guy right there is my current favorite vocalist. Like, his vocals does something to me. Like, if I could talk to him, I would mostly be like, "Hey, man, can I learn under you? Or can you teach me a few things? Or, points like that." And just to talk to him, because that dude seems like the coolest guy in the world. But that is exactly who I'd pick, and there's no second thought about that. That whenever you ask that question, that's the name that popped instantly into my head was Miles Kennedy.
I'm
Yep.
glad.
And same for me. First name that popped in my head with no argument is Lil Wayne,
Mm.
Louisiana legend, the greatest rapper of all time. Argue a wall. Um, I would want to talk to him not so much about the music part of things, but I'd like to just chop it up with him about life. And yeah, obviously, I'd want to talk about music in there, but it more so to be kind of be like a unc to nephew type thing where he's just telling me all his crazy fucking stories of, you know, being on tour and all that type of stuff. Because I mean, Lil Wayne got some of the craziest lore about him. Man's been famous since he was like 9 years old,
That's crazy.
and like, yeah, he's the greatest rapper, and you can't convince me otherwise. I really don't care. But
Argue
yeah,
a wall.
Great answers.
that would be the guy.
Okay, so now go back to the past. What is one event or thing or time period that you wish you could experience again? So like
Oh,
something,
oh.
yeah, again. So you eyes perked up. You want to go ahead and share first?
Um, are we talking about like a specific moment, or can we
It
be as
just
broad as an entire year?
it absolutely.
So, if I could experience the year of 2014 again,
Hmm.
that would work wonders for me because that was single-handedly the most polarizing year of my life because that was a time in my life when I was extremely suicidal and I had a lot of just doubts within, you know, religion and just didn't care about life in general. I was acting out like a motherfucker in school. I was leading a very bad lifestyle and I wasn't a very good person. But on the other end of the coin, the reason it's so polarizing is because 2014, it's not the year that I started writing rap, but it's the year that I started taking the shit serious. It's the year when I started to actually do a deep dive into music and sort of really understand music from a conceptual perspective, learn about music theory, learn about, you know, the science behind, you know, lyrics and, you know, just all the different main stuff that, you know, the building blocks of an artist. So in a way you could say that 2014 was the birth of my rap career, and my rap career is pretty much what saved my life because without music to look forward to, I would have truly felt like I had nothing to look forward to. So, and then there was just all the memories that I made throughout that year, like from, you know, just playing the game with the boys and hanging out and, you know, being with my cousins back when they still lived down the bayou and just all them good times. 2014 was one hell of a ride, and there were better years and there were worse years, but 2014 is one of them years that it changed my life. I think 2014 was the year that I really like started to kind of turn a new leaf on who I was as a human being, sort of discover myself in a way.
I
So,
love that.
so, um, same thing, kind of like Mag, but like it's not one specific event, but I do have one specific event. But it's really any time that it was like just me and my mom, because I'm a really big mama's boy, and like I love my mom, like I really do. But a specific like time would probably be when she surprised me with WrestleMania tickets and brought me, because that's something that she's not into, but she did it because she loved me so much. And you know, some like that's why I cherish my mom, because some people don't have that, you know.
Hmm.
And my mom was all I had growing up, because you know, like Mag said earlier, some of y'all don't know. I lost my dad when I was very very young. Also, I was probably like 6 or 7 years old when my dad passed away. Um, but that's why I cherish my mom so much more. And really, without a doubt, like no matter what like is ever said or whatever, would be any moment that I've ever had from when I was born till right now in this current moment. I could just go hang around in my mom's presence, and that's the best time of my life I've ever had. And obviously, Like aside from that, if you want a specific moment of like not just like the whole thing with my mom, it would probably obviously be my wedding day. You know,
Mhm.
that's a day that
Oh.
yeah. Uh,
It's a great
but as a
answer.
day, that's a one-time thing, hopefully in life that everybody gets to experience. A
Man,
Mhm.
one-time thing.
it's the best day of your life.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I would do.
Great answers, y'all. Love that.
Love that.
Jinx.
And
All
both
right.
you owe me.
So I still have a few more questions. I do want to transition this into a little big back question. All right. So I'm gonna lay the groundworks, and then I will let y'all answer. So this is like a dream restaurant slash fast food order. So like, let me paint an example. Um, well, there's two main meals, so like a burger and a chicken sandwich, let's say, and then two sides, say fries and mac and cheese, any drink that you would want, and then two desserts. So like, let's say a pizza from Domino's, and a burger from Burger King, fries from Wendy's, Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. You get it.
Yeah.
So,
I got that. I can
okay,
do that.
okay,
All
go
right.
Alright.
first.
Build
First,
your big back meal.
first meal, right? Tiger Root Cajun Kitchen Gumbo. If you don't know, you don't know. Second, a Chick-fil-A, not Chick-fil-A. That Huddle House chicken sandwich I told you about a couple episodes ago.
Hmm.
Yep.
Those are my two big ones. I'm a big gumbo guy. Like,
Yeah.
I'll eat wherever, but my stepdad's gumbo will forever be um my sides. I will pick. Oh, where was that at? Oh, off the hook, their fries. Their off the hook fries and Popeye's red beans. That's my two
Mm.
sides. And desserts.
Can't
Ooh,
forget
I would
about the
have to
Bev.
go. What is another one that if you know, you know? Tiger Root Cajun Kitchen's peanut butter pie. That was the greatest thing to ever exist on planet Earth. And if you never had it, I'm sorry because you'll probably never ever have it in your life. But that was great. And my other dessert probably would just be like a regular cookies and cream ice cream, to be honest, because I'm not a really big dessert guy. I can only eat certain things, but
Yeah.
that would be my order right there.
What about a drink?
Oh, drink. Obviously, this exact prime that's in my hand, like
This video is sponsored by
Logan Paul. Boy, lost his championship.
L.
L.A. Night.
Mm.
All right,
So,
Magnus.
Okay, so dream order. So Gavin gave me an idea with the Tigeroo thing. I wasn't thinking that far ahead before, but once again, none of y'all know about this, but them fucking boudin egg rolls. Let me tell you something.
Mm.
Let me tell you something that you probably should know. Them egg rolls, man. Them boudin egg rolls. If you don't know what boudin is, look it up. It's amazing.
So wait, pause
But
real quick. So are we considering egg rolls a main dish or a side
I
dish?
put that as a side. I put that as a
Yeah,
side.
I was thinking of it as a side.
I mean, I was considering it a main thing because I mean, it's a bunch of egg
You
rolls.
know,
Yeah, it's
if,
good.
if that's your main meal, you know what?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because I had two sides already picked out. But
Yep.
yeah, I'll do that, and I'll do a chalupa from Taco Bell, a beef
Ooh,
chalupa in
okay.
particular. I love chalupas. It's the best thing on the Taco Bell menu. Fight me. But my two sides is gonna be mac and cheese. I'm not sure. I'm torn between Chick-fil-A mac or Popeyes mac, but I'll probably go Popeyes mac just because I got more experience with it. And then I'll do once again the Tigeroo Cajun Kitchen fried pickles.
Oh yes,
Things.
absolutely.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh my
And
man.
for my drink, I will be doing a cherry limeade from Sonic, goated. And for my two desserts, Cinnabon Delights from Taco Bell. If you know, you know.
Oh yeah, girl.
And probably some sort of milkshake from Sonic, to be honest. Because, man, Sonic got some ridiculous milkshakes.
I had a strawberry cheesecake one earlier. Whew.
Yeah, that don't sound bad. Yeah, that's my big back order.
Okay.
Big bag. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
me.
so-
Click, clack, I'm drinking brown.
All right. So for me, I would always get a Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich. I just love it. It's probably like my favorite fast food sandwich, burger, whatever.
Classic.
So fucking good, man. I could eat like 3 of them in a row and not fucking get hungry.
That boy's
Badass.
Big bag. And
That boy capping.
I'm really debating on either a handmade pan pizza from Domino's or not Domino's, Little Caesars deep dish pizza. It's so hard to decide between those two. Maybe Little Caesars. I'll go Little Caesars, but man, they're so fucking good. Next, if you know, you know. There's a little restaurant in Homa called New China. I'm getting both of these. Their fried rice, fucking shrimp fried rice, amazing, and I'm getting some egg rolls from there.
Egg roll.
New China's egg rolls are, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think I've ever had a better egg roll. Drink, give me. It's probably gonna be like a cherry Coke, just a nice iced cherry Coke from Chick-fil-A. It's fine with me. And desserts, 2 desserts. A holiday cream pie from McDonald's. If you know, you know. Don't look at me like that because you thinking of a different cream pie.
I mean,
Hey, you said it, not us.
yeah.
And a final dessert, like Gavin said, I'm not the craziest like dessert guy, so I would probably do like a New York style cheesecake from somewhere. But it don't have to be specific.
Badass.
Except
That's a
it
big
can't be from Ruby Tuesday because their fucking cheesecakes are mush.
Wait, say that again.
From Ruby Tuesday to
Yeah,
restaurant.
just the Tuesday part.
Tuesday.
Ain't no way.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
All right, mate. We're going out on a Tuesday.
We're going out on a Tuesday to Ruby Tuesday
I'm going
to get
out
a cheesecake
on a
with some
Tuesday.
mushy peas. Shout out Britain. Not really. Fuck Britain.
Shepherd's pie. Damn, fuck Brit. What they did to you?
Everything.
Dude, I would be like World War VIII.
Fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro.
Hey, but shout out Scotland though.
Shout out Scotland, yeah.
Switzerland.
Got a couple friends from Scotland.
Shout out
Scotland.
Tom Stoltman, one of the greatest strong men in the history of strongman, putting on for the autistic community once again. 3-time world's strongest man.
Shout out.
Shout out to Skeeter Jean for catching EDP 445.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Another predator off the streets is a fucking
yeah.
But I mean, he's still living on it.
They need to start a bounty hunting service where we could just go quick scope predators.
Dude, let's do it. We can do this for podcasts. We can go catch somebody.
Oh my god!
Real.
Just like
Red
the
Dead
guys
Redemption
who fucking like slap predators or like, hey, don't fucking talk to me like that. Bah.
Who's gonna be the boxer to knock him out?
I got that.
All right.
All right, but we still got 2 more questions to go, and then we will transition onto the next part.
Lay it on me.
These are gonna be 2 deep ones. So the first one, what is a life event that impacted you so much that it changed you for the rest of your life?
You want me to go first, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't mean for all of my damn answers to be sad and sappy, but I mean, when you ask a question like this, it would be disrespectful for me to say anything else, but my mom dying. I mean, I was 7 years old. I still remember the day like it was yesterday. It was 2008 in the middle of May, and we was getting ready for church, and I was up at my grandma's house because we lived next door. You know, my grandma and my mom lived next door to each other. And I was up at my grandma's house getting dressed, getting ready for church. And all of a sudden, they tell me that, you know, my mom's on the floor. You know, they getting the paramedics and, you know, all that whole hubbub. And, you know, eventually they had to pull the plug on her. And yeah, but I had already lost my father when I was too young to even comprehend the fact that I lost my father. And now I'm a second grader, you know, just trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with my life. And like I you know, I can't thank my grandparents enough for taking me in, because if not for them I would have been, you know, brought to an orphanage. But I mean, that moment changed my life forever, because not only was my first panic attack at the age of 7, not long after those events, but also, I mean, when you experience that much death that quickly, you kind of start to, I guess, your pattern recognition in your brain kind of makes you feel like death isn't such a big deal anymore. And not so much in the sense that it isn't, because obviously it is, but like when you that young and that shit happens to you, it kind of like, I don't know how to put it. It makes you think differently about life and death and everything. It makes you kind of realize that like any one of us could go at any moment, and it like everybody lives their life as if there's some kind of like you're guaranteed life. Like everybody, you know, just goes to their 9 to 5 and acts like they're gonna live to see 80. Like, no, motherfucker. You could go outside tomorrow and fucking fall down your steps, hit your head, and you dead. You could choke on your fucking lunch. You dead. You could have a bad day in the sun, catch a heat stroke. You dead. Like, anything could happen at any moment, and you could just be gone. That's why you got to live every day like it's your last. And I don't follow that advice a whole lot, because I mean, you know, life is hard. You can't live every day like it's your last in an economy that's choking you to death. But regardless of that, you got to try to cherish every moment that you got, because you really do not know which moment is your last. And I'm tired of seeing people living their life like they're guaranteed all of this. Like, I'm going to just work until I'm 65. Like, motherfucker, you think 65 is guaranteed? Motherfucker, 65 seconds is not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that would be my life-changing moment.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing as him. Don't want all mine to be very sappy, but like he said, you know, that's a question that if you really want the real answer to, it's got to be, you know, it's got to be that. So
Yeah.
I guess in the same sense for me, it'll probably be when I found out that my dad passed away, and the reasoning to why he did or how he did. And I think for me, the reason why I take it so much harder, but like I have a whole different feeling. I have more anger because it's a little different than Mag's situation. Mine was obviously, I don't really talk about it a lot to anybody, but I'm open to talking about it. When I was about 6 or 7 years old, my dad ended up. I don't know if you can say it on YouTube, but like unaliving, I'm going to say himself. When I was 6 or 7 years old, and like Mag said, I was way too young to really understand why, like how can somebody just do that to them? And the older I got, the more like hard it was for me to let people in,
Mm-hmm.
and like I guess the worst kind of person I started to become, but that changed my life for like ever, because I always think about it and I'm like, it makes me mad because it's like, how you gonna leave and you have two kids that love you unconditionally no matter what you did to them in the past, because there was some things that did happen in the past that maybe they should have split up, and they were doing that, and the person I can give the most like appreciativeness or like gratitude to is my sister. My sister was there for me when my mom was fighting with him and arguing with him to try to divorce, and me and my sister was in the middle of that all the time, and it was hell for us. Like, we had to sit there and listen to our mom and dad argue every day, and it wasn't even like arguing because my mom did anything. It was just he was that sick in the head, and I'm not gonna sit here and say person, because the memories I had with him before all of that little span of time happened, I loved my dad, and the videos I see of when I was younger and all that stuff, yeah. But what I seen before it happened, that changed me, because I'm like, how can you be that kind of man when you have two kids? And I think that's why I have a different feeling in my heart, because to me, I'm a man. I'm gonna have to grow up and I'm gonna have to have kids, and I have a wife. So to me, thinking about, okay, when I have that, if I decide to unalive myself, then I know the hurt I would cause to them, because I know the hurt, and that changed me mostly mentally. But not just that, I had two life changing events. It was that, and then when my stepdad came into play. When my stepdad came into play, these two guys know that's probably the greatest man I've ever known in my entire lifetime. That man right there is the happiest, the less problematic. He takes life like the easiest, not say the easiest way, but like he wakes up with his times, and he got me through a lot of things. And that would be my second. Technically, I would say it's all one thing. My dad passed, and my stepdad came in, and those two things defined the person I am. My real dad, what he did to me was, it's harder for me to trust. It's harder for me to love. It's harder to be attached with someone. My stepdad, he made me into a better person. He made me more understanding to other people's situations. He made me more of a happy person and a more vulnerable person. He got me out of that mood and mud where it was just like, I hate everybody, and so I feel like, why is the world after me? Like, I'm the only person with problems. Like, now that I'm finally out of that, I live my life to the fullest. Like, I love my life. I couldn't ever see anything being so bad that it gets to that. And I get it. People literally have mental problems, and that is 100% the hardest thing to deal with. But obviously, I'm gonna plug this since I was talking about. If anybody that is watching this feels the need that they need help, or they need to talk, or you feeling like you want to do that, just remember that somebody out there loves you, and somebody out there is going to take it really, really hard. And I know it's kind of selfish to be like, oh, I'm going to be here for this person. But if you need to talk, hell, talk to me, reach to me. My Facebook, Gavin John LeBlanc, aka Gavin. Talk to me. I'll be there, because I know what I needed when I was in that depressive state, when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do what. And when was able to talk to somebody, and this guy right here, Magnus right here, he gets me through a lot also. Same thing as Kobe. But they're here because I know they love me. And there's people out there that love you. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And I know me and Mag has different situations, but we have the same feeling. It sucks. And if you do have your mom and your dad, just appreciate what you have, because like he said, it could be gone in an instant. Um, it's a really touchy subject for me, so it's hard for me to continue, but
Yeah.
I'll cut it off. So, but yeah, if everyone loves you, and that would be the answer that I would give without, actually getting into my feelings right now. So,
Yeah.
Beautiful. Shout out Mr.
So what
Ron.
yeah, shout out Mr. Ron.
yeah, shout out him. What I gathered most from what you were saying is when your dad left your life, it showed you how ugly the world can be. And when your stepdad came into your life, it showed you how beautiful the world can be.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a really powerful thing because it's like, I guess in that situation, I was being taught that it could be taken and it can be given.
Mhm.
And
Right.
saying that, oh, it was just all in the, because he had his own life. You know, he decided to do what he did. It wasn't me that was like, okay, well, this needs to happen for life to be like this. No, it was like that got taken from me, and I was so hurt and I was so distraught. But you know, in another sense, another person came to me and was like, look, I'm here for you. You know, even though I gave him the hardest time in the beginning of the relationship because I was always like, you're not my dad. You'll never be my dad. And me and him had a sit down talk one time, and he told me, he was like, look, I'll never replace your dad, but I want you to, I take you as my own, and I'll be here for you. And I want you to love me like I love you in a sense, but like he always says, without crying, because he's a big crybaby. And I'll say that in a light way. He can't tell you how much he loves you. He'll always be like, look, I love you more than you'll ever know. And that's a powerful thing to tell somebody because it's like, even though they know you love them, you won't ever know the full extent to how much love you actually have. And that's why I guess like everybody around me is what wakes me up in the morning and gets me to keep going is the fact
Yeah.
that I know when I wake up that at least I'm gonna touch somebody today, like no pause, but like
Yeah.
touch somebody's heart when I wake up. Like even if we're just having a conversation like this, or you know, we joking around, something like that. I made somebody happy today. So in another sense, I know I did my job as a person, as a husband, as a friend, as a son. And that's my biggest thing that I think, you know, I know it's going as yapping, but you know, experiences like that really help you define the person you are, you know, because
Yeah.
you had situations, I had situations, Kobe had situations. It was all different, but we're shaped to the people we are now, not because of what other people tell us to be. We did it because we went through these things and we were strong enough to overcome these. And we are now
Exactly.
at a point in our life where it's like, okay, I can stand on my own 2 feet and I can do what I want for myself. No matter what anybody been through this, everybody has different situations. Even if the same thing happened, like say I stubbed my toe and you stubbed your toe, it was two separate experiences. It was
Hmm.
the same thing, but it was two separate experiences. I got balloons now. What the? But uh, but yeah, man. Like I know we got another question and we got Syria Boy coming up, so I'm a maybe one podcast we can have a big talk about stuff like that, which I think we should because
Mhm.
that would be a great thing to get
Oh,
stuff.
we definitely will, without a doubt.
Yep.
But yeah, one small thing I wanted to add to that. I promise we're gonna get to the rest of the shit, but
Yeah.
um, shit. What was I gonna say? Um, so like you obviously from everything that you said, I mean, you saw the bad of the world and the good of the world all within the same sort of time frame. And as a youngin, it was your decision. As a youngin, you had the power to pick which track the train of life was going to take you on, and you chose good rather than bad. You chose, instead of, making yourself a victim, or, just keeping yourself isolated, you chose that you chose to embrace love. You chose good. You chose positivity, and you chose the right path. And you became a very good man that we're all proud of. And we cannot express that enough, because for somebody to go through what you went through at such a young age, it is not an easy decision. It is not an easy choice to become a better person because of the things that happen. And so for you to have the emotional maturity and just the ability as a youngin to be able to look at life and, say that you want it to be better, it takes a lot, it takes a really strong human being. And, to say that I'm proud of you for that would be an understatement.
Yeah, and I appreciate that more than you, Evan. I'm gonna take a page out of his book. But more
Hmm.
than I appreciate that like a lot.
That's awesome.
But all right, Kobe, let's get on to the next one before we have another.
Yeah,
Peter.
just real quick, one last question. What's the best decision you've ever made? Real
This
quick.
guy really wants to stay here for
No,
like 4
no,
hours.
no. Just real quick.
It
All
ain't
right.
gonna be real quick.
Well, as
I'll,
quick
I'll
as we
go. I'll go
can.
first. I'll go first for this one. I'll try to keep it short, but I'll go first for this one. I know I'm about to get a look, and not from y'all, but I know what the best decision I have ever made was getting married and picking the person that I chose for the rest of my life.
So that one coming from a mile away.
Yeah, she's right here staring at me. She won't come in the camera, but she's staring at me
She
right.
she
It's
she
like,
heard
you
it.
better
She
fucking say that shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I
eyeing
mean,
you down.
when you find a person that you just click with every day, and it's less stressful to come home and sit at home and you have a great time, then hey, I mean, what more can you ask for? I know.
When you marry your best friend, that's a blessing that you gotta cherish.
I
Mhm.
don't know if I'd say best friend, but no, I'm kidding. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah. Um
I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
all right. Best decision I ever made was to stay with us. The best decision
Mhm.
I ever made was to not go off the deep end. And like I said, there's been plenty of times in my life where I have been suicidal, and I've even put those thoughts into action at one time or another. But I am glad that despite my many challenges in life, despite the struggles and the strife that I go through even to this very day, I am very glad that I am still with us. I'm still kicking life's ass to the very end.
Fuck yeah.
And you know, like Gavin said, man, I went through the shit firsthand of, wanting to just be gone from this life. So, you know, uh if you ever need anybody to talk to, you got us. Like straight up. We might be nothing but strangers to you, but at the
Mhm.
end of the day, we always here, and we mean that shit. But yeah, to keep it very simple and very, concise, that would be the best decision I ever made, is to just not do that and stay with us today.
Yep.
Yeah, and powerful thing, man. You're stronger than you know to get away from that mindset.
Shout out Stanley.
Shout out Stanley. And
He was
shout out
coughing, so
shout out
I-
shout out Magnus for still being with us. I really love that answer.
shout out Mag and Stan saying the same exact thing.
Yeah, look at him. That boy right there, the goat,
Oh
bro.
man, look at
We love
Stanley,
him.
man.
We love him.
I don't know why people just don't bend the knee to Stan, man.
For
Yeah.
real. He needs his own empire.
Look at him yawn.
That boy Eepy.
Uh, for this last question, I'll go ahead and answer. The best decision I've ever made was meeting my girlfriend, Jamie. She's a regular listener and supporter. Um,
Jamie.
Me
Shout out
meeting
Jamie.
her, you know, getting feelings. We eventually came up with the plan for me to go move in with her, and I haven't looked back since. I have a family now.
Changed your life for the better.
You know,
Facts.
we have a stepson, her kid, Damon. Shout out Damon. Shout out Jamie.
Shout out
Love
Damon.
y'all.
Shout out Damon.
He's the
Shout
one.
out to
He's the
Gremlin.
one who gets on the mic and curses y'all out.
Mhm. That's why I'm calling him the Gremlin.
Oh yeah, just wait, because one time I'm gonna catch him off guard. Let him come talk to me.
But yeah, best decision I've ever had. I don't even look back, you know. But
Yeah, and even though Jamie hates on everything that I do, besides the whole situation with Levi, which she's the goat for that one. Just saying, but she's awesome.
yeah,
She helped our boy Kobe through tough times. My boy Kobe is a great human being and a happy person because of you. And I
you
want you to know.
likewise. But
Turn
yeah.
that boy into a man.
Woo!
All right. Again, love you. Thank you. Shout out Jamie and Damon. Love y'all. Folks, I will get this set up real quick and I will have it to where it's showing the
About to be
post.
some fat asses for a
Yeah,
few minutes.
Put a little big back in at the end.
Big bag, big bag. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, folks. We're gonna be doing a series of posts like this. We got pick the best cookie right here. I know that it shows, I'm streaming. You guys could see like a second image of it. I can't fix it for Discord. I'm not gonna have a stroke over it. Pick the best cookie. So, out of the ones you guys have tried, which one would you
So
pick?
I have a question about this Mrs. Fields cookie. Is this basically the equivalent of the grandma's cookies?
Oh yeah, the mama.
Yeah, the
Actually,
mama's
let me
cookies.
see. Because I have never heard of Mrs. Fields.
I mean, that thing look ooey gooey. I'm
It
probably
Yeah,
picking
does.
it
it
either
look like
way.
the mama cookie, Bob.
But like, if that's basically the equivalent of the grandma's cookies, then yeah. Because I mean, for those who know, them little grandma's cookies in the little tinfoil type wrappers that you get at the dollar store and stuff. Throw that in the microwave for about 10 seconds just so it barely starts to get soft. I'm about ready to nut thinking about it.
Apparently this is like they sell like a bunch of cookies. It's kind of like fuck, what is that thing? You know where you get like the flowers, the fruits that look like flowers.
Edible arrangements.
Yeah, it looks like edible arrangements mixed with like Great American Cookie. That's what it
Oh, well,
looks like.
fuck them. Fuck them. The only cookie that I've had on this list is Subway, so by default, they win.
Subway. I'm picking it also.
Honestly, yeah, Subway. I
They're
mean,
very good. They're really good cookies.
I've had McDonald's, I've had Chick-fil-A's, I've had Crumble, and I've had Subway. Crumbles, I mean, I don't have them enough to really, you know, say it. Chick-fil-A's is good, but Subway's wins.
McDonald's looks like AI generated a picture of a cookie.
Thanks. I was just thinking about that.
We got another cookie one. Well,
Dude, this dude's a fat ass.
Yeah, dude.
best chocolate chip.
There's only one correct answer on this one too, and that is ice cream sandwich.
Mm,
Yeah. I'm going with that too, to be honest. Because I would have went with B, but it's chewy and not chunky. If it was the chocolate chunks, because I don't like them
Yeah.
chewy cookies. Them Chips Ahoy chewy. I'm not gonna say I'm turning them away. I'm gonna eat them bastards. But I ain't a fan of a chewy cookie. I like more of the crispy cookies, but I like the ones with the big chunks.
yeah.
Yeah.
But them ice cream sandwiches from the dollar store.
I gotta go with cookie cake, man. I didn't get to have cookie cake as my birthday cake. Kind of pissed
I'll
off
get you
about
one.
that.
I'll send you one.
I bet. Thank you. See,
See,
real friend.
Tristan used to get cookie cake as his birthday cake every single year as a kid, so I was always getting cookie cake.
Yeah, but you getting it once a year though.
Yeah, but I mean, cookie cake ain't nothing but a bigger cookie, but
Yeah.
And there you go.
not in the good ways. Not in the good
Nope, nope,
ways.
nope, nope. All right, we're moving on. Build your sub.
All right, I already answered this one, but I'll do it again. Two, I guess today we'll go 2BFKLMN.
Okay.
Oh, so we could we have free range of
Yeah,
everything.
multiple.
Yeah, you could take the whole thing if you want.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. They don't have Italian herbs, so I'm just gonna
No,
go.
they do.
I'm gonna go
That's what it
two.
is. Yeah, two's
Oh, for
Italian
real?
herbs. Yeah.
I'm gonna go two, and then I'm gonna go D, and then I'm gonna go F because pepper jack's the best cheese.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go
Tell 'em.
J and L, and then I might do N also, and that'll be what I'm gonna do.
That's yeah. Give me two. Give me A and B. Give me F and just F. uh, give me J, L, M, and N. Yeah,
Okay.
two meats. Two meats.
My boy
So
likes me.
is there any particular reason y'all put grass on your food?
Dude, lettuce is awesome, dude.
Texture, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but you get your texture from your onions, your pickles, and your jalapenos.
But I don't even put onions, pickle. Oh, I'll put pickles. I don't put onions and jalapenos.
Magnus, you got onion breath.
Shit,
Yeah, well, I
what? Oh my
mean,
god, I'm coming
y'all
to
ain't
Tennessee right now.
y'all ain't kissing
No.
me.
Says who? All right, I got one that's probably better, which y'all probably gonna like more. Build your own taco.
All right. I'm horny. I'm going with hard shell because I'm hard. I'm going with ground beef because it's just classic. I'm going with obviously cheese because if you have a taco without cheese, you're a fucking psychopath. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Pico. I mean, pico is just legendary. And I personally am a big sour cream enjoyer. So give me a nice little dollop of daisy on that bitch. And that'll be my taco.
Okay.
So, I like soft tacos more than I like hard tacos, but
Yeah.
right now, what I'm feeling, I'm gonna take the hard shell, but I'm gonna take. I know it's not on the list, but we can make an exception. A Doritos Locos taco,
Fucking
and then
right.
and then I'm gonna go obviously ground beef, and a hint of steak would be kind of fire in there too. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna do egg,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna do cheese, lettuce, and that'll be it because I don't like the other stuff.
All right. Give me a flour tortilla. Give me some chicken. Give me some cheese. Put some queso in there. Listen to this though. Listen. Calm down. Listen.
Just
Get
gonna
All
say
right.
corn.
My ears to the streets.
get another flour tortilla. Grill that bitch. Quesadilla. There you go. It's not technically a
Wow.
taco, but you know.
All right. Now, I got a follow up for this one. Let's make the worst possible combination.
Oh god.
Like the thing that would just make you hurl.
All right, bet.
So I'm going to start us off. So, taco bowl, beans, corn, and guac.
Ugh.
I'm gonna do corn tortilla. I'm gonna do
That boy said tortilla.
yeah. Number 3. I'm gonna do chicken. I'm gonna do corn, and I'm gonna do salsa with guac.
Why does that sound decent, though?
That does sound decent.
It certainly don't sound like it would make me vomit. I'm
It
just
would make
thinking of
me
a
vomit.
big, nasty bowl of bad taste and textures.
Give me a corn tortilla. Give me beans. Give me pico. Give me sour cream, guac, and salsa. That shit would make me fucking
All together.
pearl, dude. Oh man. All right. Last one for today.
Damn it, I'm horny again. All right. I'm going with salad on the first row because you got to have your refreshments.
Ah.
I'm going with chicken parm on the
Mm.
second row because I ain't never been the biggest fan of spaghetti, and fettuccine's alright, but Alfredo is kind of mid. And I'm a big brownie enjoyer, but it's hard to pass up a good cheesecake. And I don't know. I mean, I'm a chocolate head all the way. At the end of the day, I'm big on chocolate. Anything chocolate, I love it. So I'm gonna go with the brownie. But any answer on that bottom row is correct.
All right, Gavin.
So I'm gonna put. I'm gonna do salad off, but I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna do salad, chicken parm, and I think that's what I'm gonna do.
What was the last one?
A brownie.
Okay.
So we
All
did
right.
the same.
Yeah.
Nice.
They don't call me the Big Mac King for nothing. Meatballs. Meatballs.
Meatball.
Meatball. Shout out Ronnie.
He's a ball enjoyer.
Shout out Ronnie. Shout out kid behind the camera. Meatballs going chicken parm, cheesecake. Booyakasha.
Booyaka booyaka.
619.
Kobe likes balls.
I do love balls. All right, folks. That was what we had for today. We had the unveiling of our new logo that will debut as soon as the episode comes out. We had a bunch of questions, a lot of deep talk with these two. And then we ended it off with, a bunch of stuff to clear our mind from all the sadness and anything like that.
We do what we do best. We're professional fat asses.
Yep.
And not to cut you off, my friend, but me and Gavin just dropped a song that we recorded today.
Mm-hmm.
It came out very good. Kobe's gonna link that in the bio, like a good little boy. And nah, but seriously, it would be much appreciated if y'all would go check that out. We put some love into that song. It came out really good, and we appreciate y'all watching. And Kobe, I'll hand the mic back over to you.
Hand them off like a hand.
Gavin, you got any closing thoughts?
Any closing thoughts? For one, drink Prime. Why not? Logan,
Drink
please.
water.
Look, Subway didn't sponsor me. I didn't get no hear back from them. But Logan, you the GOAT. So let me come on. But shout out to CM Punk, man, my favorite all-time WWE
The
wrestler.
best in the world.
Didn't think I was ever gonna see it. That man wrestled. Shout out my man CM Punk. But yeah, that's really all I had. I was just throwing some stuff in my mind out. But Kobe, there you go.
All right. Well, thanks, folks, for watching. We will be back with you on the next Monday. Thank you. Love you. Bye.